Hello, people. How are we all doing tonight? I hope we're all well. I hope we're all good in the hood. I hope everyone's okay. Football is what it is. It's a bit naff at the minute, innit? It's not great, but hey, we're here to soldier on together and just see what happens with this magical, wonderful football club called Sheffield Wednesday, and we will just soldier on. Can we get a foot cancer in chat? 100%. But it is a cancer, it's not going to cause any problem. But yeah, I agree with that one, mate. One being, yep, get mental health score check-ins in, please. 1 being low, 10 being the worst. I'll use 5.5, but passing over day 4 cancer. Oh, mate, I'm so sorry. I think I know Chal, who does stuff. He's just lost his dad to cancer as well, which is awful. Not nice. So yeah. It's not a good feeling, is it? But yeah, sadly, my wife's side of family has sadly had a lot of people in the family go to cancer, so it's not nice. So we completely agree with F to cancer. It's horrible. I just hope he got to live the way he wanted to in his final days, mate. You know where I am if you need me. But yeah. How are we all doing today? Well, I've got to say, it's a debrief of the game at the weekend, but we can copy and paste most of the debriefs this season because they're all the same, really, aren't they? Let me just grab my mice. Oh, give me mic a minute. Not mic, mice. Oh, well, knocked over the door. There we go. I can see things now. There we go. But yeah, how are we all doing? I hope we're all well. I got an interesting one to do for us later on in the stream as well, because I had a lot of people who were saying like say AI not great or let's not use AI. I've gone doing some digging and looked at certain things, why AI is good and what teams are currently using AI and stuff like that. So it's interesting. It was, oh mate, hey Jay, sorry to hear that. And I feel the same. I lost my dad to it. It's horrible. I completely feel you and your family. Yeah, it's... Luckily, last year, my sister-in-law got into remission. And she's doing really well now. But there's so many people that get affected by it. It's just not nice. And I'm sorry for your loss as well, mate. It's just horrible. It's not a nice... disease, and in this day and age we should have more better ways of trying to be able to get rid of it and treat it, but sadly at the minute we don't yet. But yeah, I want to talk a bit about later on about the thing with AI and what people have said, because there's a lot of people who are going, oh, AI garbage. AI isn't garbage. AI is good if you know how you're using it. Now, everyone's got to remember AI should be used to what it should be, is a tool to make things better, do things. But the thing is, a lot of people are using that tool as just a one-shop, let's get something done without checking it. Yeah, AI says it's fine, post it. Or AI says, sign that player, go sign him. I don't think it works like that anymore. I think AI now, in a football sense, you've got to go hand in hand with football people, scouts and stuff, and then and AI at the same time. It's got to go together like that, or it don't work. But we'll go more into that later. The game itself was a case of Sheffield Wednesday play really well, do good, don't get the goal, don't crumble when the goal goes in, but we just run out of all our energy once that goal goes in and just struggle to get into it. And there's all the talk about Barry Bannon and Millwall apparently coming for him today. Millwall is apparently the team that want to try and do it. I use AI to supplement work and research, not to play. That's how it should be done, Adam. That is how it should be done. And I've heard some from people who I know around the Sheffield United camp where they're going, oh, the AI model wasn't great. No, they were just using the AI model, but they're not going to scout the player. It was the AI said, this player, go get that player then. Instead of going, here's a player, let's scout him. Let's see what the AI says. Let's see what he actually looks like to the numbers and see if there's something there. If you can go hand in hand with it, it's a fantastic tool. And this is the thing. People don't use it as a tool. People use it as a replacement. And you have to do it. You have to use it as a hand in hand, not a replacement, not a one shot fits all. End of day, been finding top young players using data since Champs 93. I'm surprised how many games you can spot a tally if you roll it on a 5C. That's the thing. You look at games like Champ Manager or Football Manager now. Data have been driven in all that for so long. And the amount of times that I know people who have found a player on FM, a couple of years later, he'd gone on to be huge. He'd gone on to be really, really good. There's a really good story of Alex McLeish's kids using Football Manager. And one of the players they were looking at was Lionel Messi before he even got bigger being Lionel Messi. And he wanted to get him in, but he played the night before on loan. So it didn't happen. They also looked at Busquets and stuff. What that I was reading the other day where James Board had apparently got in Sheffield United in trouble regarding finance. Any truth in that, mate? Or was it? I don't know if there's any truth in it. The thing is, how can James Board have got him in trouble in finances? He was a consultant. And they took what he said. It's very difficult to say that he's the one that did it. Hey up, Hi Gaming. How you doing, mate? Also, hi Adam, hi Andrew, hi Daniel, hi Owls Oasis, and hi Daniel FWSC, and Daniel again. But yeah, I think it's that whole thing. I hope we get shut up, but I'm not holding him. The thing is, Ugbo's one of those ones I think he needs. Whatever's happened to Ugbo, it's not helped him. And I think we tried doing the arm around the shoulder. I don't know if the tough love approach has happened. The problem is that it's very difficult to get rid of a player who's not good since the season we stayed up versus Sunderland. He's not got a league goal. And that's the thing. Right, while we're talking about this AI thing, I'm going to bring up something that I knocked up. Where is it? Here it is. Knocked this up before the stream, but it's a little bit, it might help some of you. So, AI in football. AI in football is counting vast amounts of data to identify talented players. It worked by performance data analysts. AI review match statistics like passes, tackle, speed, positioning, bot consistent form, video analyzer, computer vision tools, breakdown of footage to assess movement, technique and decision making, predicting, modeling, algorithm forecast the player development potential and injury risk over time. Compare scouting, AI compare player to other in similar globally defined unappreciated talent. Club used this to complement human scout, making the recruitment faster and precise. That's the big word there. You complement human scout. You don't just go in. That's the thing. You have to have it that it all works in conjunction. Don't just have it that AI is just, we're going to trust the model, we're not then going to trust the human. You have to use the human as well as the AI. And that's where it works. And then you get people going, oh, AI is useless, AI is not it. But look at the clubs that are using AI now. Brighton Hove Albion use AI tool to replace much of their senior scouting, running simulation to predict player performance, to replace much of their senior scouting. Now, here's the thing. It says much of their senior scouting. Not all of it, but some of it. And it's quite interesting that you just said that, mate. Because they literally, that team had literally just popped up on screen. Where's my chat gone? It's been used by Brighton and Brentford. Perfect example. Good timing, Jim. Brighton pioneered the AI-driven recruitment, analysing data to identify undervalued player like Ollie Watkins and Sadio Benrahma. Arsenal worked with player IA to generate striker shortlist based on performance, tactic fit, and statistical models. Man United are currently hiring a data scientist, software engineer, and AI specialist to modernise the recruitment and reduce the reliance on traditional scouting. That's where it's wrong for me. Don't have it to reduce traditional scouting. Have it hand in hand. have it though it's hand in hand, not to reduce. You don't have it that it reduces it. You have it that it works together. Because if you have it that it works against each other, it doesn't. You're going to be on for a bad winner. Like, generally, it's not going to work if you are using it to reduce your traditional scouting. You still need scouting for it to work. Like, the Brighton model it's replaced much of their senior scouting, but it hasn't replaced all of it. I don't think you used this to replace. I think you used it to work hand in hand. SC Porto leverages AI software analyze player metric health data and video tied talent that fits. And that's the big thing. That is the big thing at the minute. This is how you got to look at it. I think it could work. Just depends on how it works and how we use it. Yep. People who say AI don't work still say get Megson back and manage it. True. Oh, Dave, how you doing, mate? Hope you well. But yeah, you see what I mean? It does show that AI does work. Look at the top two, Brighton and Brentford. How long have we as fans said we want to be like Brighton and Brentford with how they recruit players? We have someone who wants to use that kind of model to get players in. And bear in mind, on the Brighton side, he got taught by the person who went to Brighton. And I think Brentford as well. He's taught by two of the big people. There's a way of it working where it works well, but I still think you've got to have traditional scouts as well, just to make sure that human aspect. Well, Brenton, I go scout using AI, so that's an absolute coup for them. I think he was. I think a lot of Brentford's little players, you see, and you look at what Brentford had done. You look at what Brighton had done. I'll hazard a guess. Sunderland used it a lot to go up when they went up, because some of the players Sunderland were picking out when they went up, the players that you wouldn't have really heard of, like someone like a Bournemouth would have used it as well. Ipswich rebuilds on data. Like, yeah, the thing is, Ipswich one for me, the one where I thought Ipswich was the one where I was like, they are going to really do well and get out of League One when they were in it, is when they got Leif Davis from Leeds. When they got Leif Davis from Leeds, that was the big one. But does this make a little bit more sense to people now? That AI isn't a tool to be thrown at going, oh, AI crap, it's useless. Or AI taking our jobs. AI will only do so much of what you put in. You could go to ChatGPT now and say, what's the situation with Sheffield Wednesday? And it will scan all of the stuff with Sheffield Wednesday in it and go from there. I just thought, imagine when we play Blunt, Cooper passes it to Cooper, who knocks it upfield to Cads, who takes a shot at Cooper. Oh God, yeah. Yeah. And I think this is the thing. Oh God, that's really funny. I really hope that happens now, Adam. Now you just thought that. Hit that like button, by the way. They do help. We haven't done one of these in a while. There is 36 of you and 8 likes. Get those likes up, people. I much appreciate it. But we do have that situation at the minute where we are having to... I'm just going to put Kieran's thing in there. KB Prints does some really good prints and 3D stuff. But we are having that thing where we are having to make sure that we get this right. And I've seen so many people saying, this isn't looking good with how long it's taking, blah, 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 blah. And I agree. One thing I will agree with is if Lincoln gets done before ours, I will have the situation where I will think there's something wrong here. Generally, I will think there's something. Allo looked good. Allo looked really good. But Allo is also another thing where you look at the academy, Will Granger, Allo, Romeo Collins, Cadamartri, all the players who are coming through the academy, they're getting scouted by big clubs. And it means the academy is working. It's working. It's doing its job. Because if other clubs are coming to look at your talent, it's working. The problem is we're not in a position where we can say, no, we're going to keep hold of you. You're going to eject to the first team, go from there. It's why when you get wonder kids in a League One, League Two team, the scouts will go look at them, or the AI might even look at them. They might be in a database somewhere, but they might go get looked at and go, hey, look at this, look at that. This player's here. Managers using iPads on the side give players a live game tracking feedback on their gameplay. Yeah, and it's a really good way of tracking injuries. That like everyone's seen the sport bra thing they wear. They've got little chips in them, like little pucks that are in them in the back, and it'll measure their oxygen intake. It'll measure how much breath they're taking when they're sprinting. Who's a bit more leggy than someone else, and that's the kind of thing you'll have data room where they'll go in and go, hey, they'll look at the room and go, this person, this colour, that person, that colour, that person, that colour, green being good, red being bad. And it's one of them where if you're a player who's at a bad stage, you have the thing where you go, okay, it's not there. Hey, Dave, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. But this is the thing. I think data can work hand in hand if you use it correctly. The problem is there is so many people who just see it as bad data and go, oh, this is awful. Or they've seen how it's been used beforehand and go, nah, not for us. But we are getting to that point where more and more teams are using it. More and more clubs are using it. More and more a general impact. But you have to use it alongside the human idea, not just replace it with data and that be it. You have to still have that human element. But if when to get that, then great, but we'll see what happens. I'm all for AI if it's working alongside real scouts. Yeah, I think that's the best way it's going to work, like I said, hand in hand. But I just thought, by the way, on that video today as well about the state of Sheffield Wednesday, that was one of my like really off-the-cuff videos where I kind of just wanted to put where I'm at a bit more than anything else. And just where we got to be a little bit of fans on my opinion. Somebody else can say I'm completely wrong and it bullshit. But at the same time, we're at the position where we're not in a position where we know what's going on. I don't think even the admin know where we're at with the FL. I just get a funny feeling even the admin might be a little bit waiting to see what happens and just seeing how we go. We know we've got money to go till end of January and to run costs and losses until then. And you see that we've been linked with players moving away. Max Lowe, Barry Bannon, Allo with Chelsea's and Liverpool and Man United academies wanting him. I think it would be good to see what would happen. Could you imagine if Board always want to went and he personally messed up the blunt with AI? That'd be funny. Would be funny if that's okay, but I don't think it will. It will look really bad on the business. But I get what you're saying. I think you've also got the situation at the minute is that there's not a lot to cheer about on the pitch. There's not a lot to get excited about off the pitch. At the minute, we're in that really depressive cycle of we support the team, we give them our best, even though we know more than likely there isn't going to be a win there. The times that we come really close to winning, like generally the times we come really close to winning and getting something, and then it being snapped right at the death. And 9 times it's just that little bit of concentration. You look at the goal for Pompey at the weekend. 3 passes, and the defending by Palmer at the back was awful, but he was trying to get back into position, and I think he was so far up. But you notice the way we get games killed off against us, they play us till the 6th. They let us play till the 60th minute, and then they change it. And credit to Pedersen. I'll say it now. Someone won't agree with me, but credit to Pedersen. He made changes, but those changes came, and I think the changes were what might have actually killed us off a little bit and not been able to do it properly, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's that's the thing for me. I feel like there's a part of me that is the teams know that we'll play all out and we'll go for it and we'll try and get something, but we got nothing up top. We got a midfield that is absolutely shattered. Like, absolutely shattered. And I know people will turn around and say, oh, well, Baz had a day off here against Brentford and he didn't play here. They're still knackered. Normally, there would be time for having a rest and being able to have a break or get someone else to play. But the issue is it's difficult. I think Pedersen gets an unhealthy amount of stick in that far situation. He does. I agree. I agree with you. I do agree with you. I think he does get a lot of stick. I think I'll be honest with you. I think he's more of a coach than he's a manager. That's just my opinion. I think he's more of a coach than a manager. If you had him in the head coach role and then you had someone above him, maybe that would work better, like a director of football. Or maybe he go back to being an assistant coach and then having someone to manage the team and everything else. I think he's a better coach than he is a manager. But it's very hard to judge him on this appearance at Wednesday with everything that he's had thrown at him, because he's not had anything really to work with, if you look at it. Pedersen's next presser, knock, who is it? James Ball. The cringe, yeah. I think we are so short on players and they're so knackered that any chance... Yeah, I think any chance... Well, it's also like when people say, why is he playing this? Why do he keep doing this formation at the back? He's playing with what he got. If he doesn't play that formation, who else is he throwing in? You got to remember, when we eventually get this takeover done and dusted, it's not the first team that just needs looking at. The academy going to need looking at, because they're going to be knackered. There's not many people in the academy anymore that are there. We need to have new people coming at the academy. But it's very hard for you to say, hey, come to Sheffield Wednesday at the minute if you're an academy player, when the situation's going on. It's like, I'll go elsewhere. It's very, very difficult. A good head coach is what we'll need after takeover. The consortium free club and each have been promoted or improved stability and infrastructure. Board didn't own the pigs. He was the decision maker. Also, 4 players were for long-term development. Yep. And they're all looking at being let go because they haven't believed in it. But each club that he's involved with, because they have got better. Dunfermline have got better. Cordoria have got better. They have improved, but it's going to take a gradual bit. I would agree that the change routine is for once we had kicked when we have made changes. Yep. Seen a statement saying HP won't be managing next season, won't take over done, but he's on a shoestring squad. Why not give him a season with a full squad and judge then? I do agree with that, but I think anyone comes in, I think they're going to want a clean slate. A clean slate. Their man come in, they do it. I understand that. I do understand that. I'd love for there to be a role somewhere for Pedersen at the club, somewhere, just so it worked. But that's sentimentality. A business side, I think they cut and just go with their own. Could have really done with Pato this season. Actually, Mick Winder. Yep. I think he won't fit what they want. You're looking more of a Liam Manning will still. I think Henry will be gone. I think if you think about a new ownership model, the first thing they normally do is to get rid of the man that was there before. Very rare they keep the same people on. They'll want to bring their own things in. But Liam Manning will still good shouts kind of thing. I think Liam Manning are definitely for League One. Gary Rowett maybe could be a good shout as well. Or you might have somebody completely unknown again, like we had with Danny. Maybe you had someone who's like the next up and coming German manager. I wouldn't add Darren Moore personally. I think that ship's gone. I think anyone you try and bring back who's a old school head, as you would call it, I don't think it works. I think you've got to let the path be the path and move on. Feels like being the only. I feel like being the only one who doesn't like Pedersen in Pedersen fan club. No, Manning's had enough with my ex, who was a Manning. Like, while they keep coming back. Yeah, I think the thing is, you can't keep having it that the same person comes back all the time. I think it doesn't work well. Where the hell have you been, Jack? Tried getting in touch with you like 4 or 5 times last week and this week already. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well. I thought you died. We need a manager who like data, being approach, that sort of transfer method we taking under your ownership. I think it'll be very interesting to see what the phrase of who we appoint is. Dells, yeah. I've been under the weather, but I'm no good now. Jesus Christ, you die more than ever. A lot of the players that are playing will probably go back to academy. Some will, some won't. I think some will, some won't. I think you'll have a couple that will get bumped up to senior level because they'll see what they've done. You'll know the ones that are there, but you still need to have that intake of academy players. The intake of academy players still need to be there, and they're not. You can't go to an academy parent right now and go, hey, come to Sheffield Wednesday Football Club and let your son grow at our academy. They'll look around the place, go, you're in administration. Is it going to come? Are you coming out of this anytime soon? Yeah, we're just waiting. Is it anywhere soon? We don't know. We'll wait then. And that's the whole thing you've got with Allo. Allo's the same with that. Damo tactically an old school. Grab promotion with title winning captain capital team. I think the thing is, Darren Moore did well, but we did knacker it. But also, I think he didn't get given the tools at the same time. I generally think he did not get given the tools that he should have got to try and get it. Every time he tried to get someone in that January, he kept on always getting, you have one or the other. Weber and Brown, maybe Gwilla Allah, if he stays, will be 13. Good shouts. Very good shouts then. McGee as well. I think McGee decent. I think the thing is, the one thing we got, it's really annoying. For years and years and years, we have been saying, use our academy. We need to use our academy. We start using our academy. It's like, no, not like that. That's not how we want to use it. You want to gradually put them in. How many current players do you think will get a game next season? All depends on who's here, to be fair. I think some of the academy lads will, but it all depends on where we are, who we have getting into the squad. Because the biggest issue you've got is, I believe we have got a lot of players out of contract at the end of the season. And it's going to be a big-ass rebuild. This won't be a rebuild like we've ever seen. Championship. Oh, this is going to be so sad when I can't press this. Press championship. I'm going to have to hit League One. Apologies then, I burped. Excuse me. Only one last time. Oh, me to right now. So Charles is till 2027. Deshaun is till 2027. Iorford till 2026. Cooper 2026. Matt Lowe is 2026. Jan and Sean are till 2027. Barry till end of the season. Olaf is till 2028. Ugbo till 2028. Jamal Lowe till 2026. Bailey till 2028. Charlie till 2027. And you've got people like Palmer, Gwillier, Chalobah, Thornton, Ingleson, which we don't actually know what theirs is. So that's where we're at. There's a lot of players that are out of contract in the summer. And there's some that won't have it. To be fair, all those academy prospects we had under Josh were making the first team moves look decent back in 27-18. Then all good got Dodding let go because DC didn't want to update the wages. All the under 25 play keep a backup with blending game time. True. We at least will likely keep hold of a chuffing prospect this time around. Yep. I think there's a lot who I also have to think, I think there's a lot that probably need to go because we need to start thinking about who do we let go, and actually start again. And that's the thing. We need to start looking at who we need to let go and who start to go. But the thing is, right now, it's very, very difficult for us to let go of players when we can't replace them. We can't let player, like, let's say if we get people come in for Baz, say people come in for Baz, Ugbo, and let's say Max Lowe. How the hell are we replacing them? We're not allowed to. We're only allowed the 2 loans, which we've got already, and potentially Harry and Matt. That's it. That is all we've been told we're allowed. What are you replacing then with? Granted, Ugbo's not playing right now, neither Max Lowe. But what are you replacing them with if we need to? We'll see, Andrew. See who's there. You never know. Banner will be mainly a sub or coach next season if he doesn't go. Jimmy, do you really want to sit there and actually watch hoofball? Fast direct football with Bethel playing out from the back is not the Wednesday way. We can in the summer when we are rich beyond belief. Peterborough. I think there's a way of doing fast football and there's a way of getting it right. I think playing out from the back works if you've got the right people. I think Charles is the right keeper for that, but then he needs the right defender for him to do it. A couple of years ago, Iorfa was slightly good at it. He wasn't great, but he was slightly good at it. And the thing is, if you start looking at people who how they want to play, I thought Murphy did okay. He's no Pierre Charles with his feet. Like, I'll say that now, but that could be nerves. But I think he fits what we were doing. He looked good. He looked like he was quite good at trying to command his box a little bit. Didn't really get tested that much, so we don't know shop stopping what he's like there. The mistake he made, I can only think that was nerves. Generally, I can only think that was nerves that caused that. But we'll have to see what happens. If people do come over to watch us and see, then great. That's what you want to see. You want to see people coming over and seeing what happens. But at the same time, we might have people who might just watch from the sidelines and not come over and not then put speculation to it. It all depends. What to deal on Amath and Morehouse from United? Any chance of getting them both forward? Well, we can't get both. We can only get one or the other. Harry and Math, we are still working on a deal, apparently, to get him in. And I don't know about the other one. Generally don't know about the other one because we can only get one. We've already got 2 loans in. We've got 2 loans in, which is 2 loan spots, and the Harry and Math deal will be a continuation of that loan. And then we've got to see if the EFL will let us sign Nathan Redmond next. Again, it's one of them, we don't know. And the thing is, people go, oh, it'll go till the end of the January transfer window when we get taken over. People remember, January transfer window doesn't end in January. Ends in February. Ends on the February the 3rd of Feb at 7 p.m. Doesn't end in January. So there'll be people looking to get things done. But Amath, apparently we're still in talks and trying to see if we can get something done. But the whole situation with Man United kind of buggered that a little bit because everything changed a little bit. They don't know what going to be where, who going to be going where and doing what. So that can change us there. EFL are being the EFL, sadly, though. EFLing. I want Watmore. I want Watmore too. And the thing is, Watmore is still available. He still hasn't signed anywhere. He's still not got a club. And I don't know if that's him trying to see and hold on to get Wednesday. Rotherham did look at him, but didn't get it done again. And much of Amath class, it's Allo. If Allo is getting time, maybe have to use a loan for another position. Not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout at all. I'd like to see Allo make that position his. He's shown that he's got really good speed. He showed that he got really good looking out of where he needs to play. There is a part of me that does maybe you do that. But then what happens if you say Allo go to someone else? Buggers you, doesn't it? It buggers you. Here's one for you. Do you think it's the best way to go? Decide on a player playing style and get the players suited for that style, or get players and then find a style that suits them? Both can work. I think sometimes it's best to go with what the style of the play of the team is playing, then get a player that doesn't suit it. Because you've seen at United where they had a way that Amrin wanted to play, and it didn't work the way he wanted. They didn't get him the player to play that style of football he wanted. It all depends on how you do it. If you bring in a head coach is to coach the team, and a director of football will tell you what way you want to how they want the team to play, kind of thing, and do it that way. If you're bringing a manager, you have the say of how you want to play, how you want to go forward, how you want everything else to go. We need at least 6 or 7 signings. We won't get them because the EFL will get clubs from other the league who are down there going, hey, you've given them 6 or 7 players. If we go on a run, they'll be like, oh, look, they got better because you gave them all those players. That's what they want to avoid. Like, the EFL definitely want to avoid that. And there's a possibility that you maybe get it that, and Rob said it to me today, that I think Jay may have also said it to me as well, that they let the takeover happen at the end of the transfer window, so we can't do that. The problem you've got with what's going on at the minute is that every time they ask what's going on. Also, 42 people watching, 16 likes. Get those likes up, people. Much appreciate it. The problem is, every time you ask someone about what's going on, they all say, we're nowhere near her. Admin haven't told me where we're at. Or, we don't know what's going on yet. And they'll keep asking the question. The same question will be, it's with the EFL. And again, it's how long's a piece of string. If the check we're going to take 6 to 8 weeks, I think we figured it out last time. Right. Let's have a look. We got the announcement on the 24th, and apparently they didn't get paperwork till that first week of being back in work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. 6 weeks takes you to the 9th of February. 8 weeks takes you to the 23rd. You're looking either end of Feb, beginning of March, if you go with the 6 to 8 weeks that people have said it could be. I bloody wish I missed what you said. What was I saying? Yeah, true. I don't think Bannon will leave Wendy. He invested too much. I think he'll end up as a coach at Wednesday with Palmer. I don't care who else leave. We need to keep those 2. True. They've already said it will be high progressive attacking football, possession football. Head coach under new structure will have to fit the philosophy. There you go then. There you go. Exactly. So we won't be getting a manager. We'll be getting a head coach that go to work with a director of football. And then you'll get the players in to fit that model and fit how that works. And that's been the case of how it's run at a certain club for years. Chelsea recently been doing it, and it just annoys me. Even though Chelsea is their new manager, I do feel for him. He's just a new manager meme, and it's just hilarious. Sorry about that. My birthday 27th first, so going to say new owners in then. Come on, Wendy, give me a great birthday. But you'll have a better birthday present than I got. I got bloody I got administration on my birthday. I can see Bannon leaving, but I can only see that being at the end of the contract. He wants to play international football, though. True. I think the thing is, Baz is a weird one for me because I I want him to stay, but I think like everyone, he's the player that I'm like, if you go, mate. I am so grateful for what you've done at my club. I'm so grateful for you staying while people left. You've done amazing. And football, for someone to stay as long as you've done with everything that's happened, not many footballers do that. Not many footballers would go back down to League One to try and get back up again, because a lot would have left and gone, I'm going to try and play at the highest level. And in one sense, we've denied him that with having to have 2 seasons in League One, and then the season under the Sicko and then Danny coming in. The best chance he had of potentially getting that like dream of maybe playing in the Prem again was potentially going with us last season under Danny and try and get playoffs. And the thing is, you would have got it this season when you look at how poor the Championship is. If we had the right person running the club with Danny and backing him, you would have got it. You would have got it this season. I'm telling you that now. If how they operate could have done for, and so you can learn what to expect. Yep. I have been looking at that Owls Oasis. It's been interesting. I'm guessing you've been doing what I've been doing, looking at the deep dive of how they run stuff. It's very fascinating. I might do a video on it, actually. My birthday tomorrow. You watch Baz will announce he's going to play for Sheffield United. Many happy return for tomorrow, mate. You got rid of Chance Theory, though, Jake. That's a good birthday present. That's true, yeah. We did get rid of Chance Theory. That is a good birthday present. I'll give you that. With Baz playing alongside Emil Hackett, Villa Knight playing next to his son. Yep. James Bond sounds a lot like James Bond. I wonder if he likes a martini shaken, not third. You might be able to hack him, mate, one day. When he comes in, hopefully. I think the thing you've got is we have to be patient as fans. Like I said in that video today, patience is something the fan base and football fans in a whole don't do well. You look at Spurs at the minute in the Prem. They're all calling for Thomas Frank to be sacked. They want him sacked because they're 14th in the Prem, and it doesn't look like it getting any better. Managers don't get time anymore. And the thing is, under any other circumstances, Henrik would have been sacked. Let's just not beat around the bush. Any other circumstances, if it was right people, right players and stuff, he would have been sacked. But we don't know what would have happened if he had the different structure around to do what he wanted to do, like transfers, like get things done. It could be a completely different kettle of fish if he had got the right people around him and the right structures and stuff that he wanted to bring in. The problem is, we haven't had that. So I think it's very hard to, as long as they have plenty of money penny, yeah. And I think the other thing you've got at the minute is that tomorrow I'm doing a watch along, right? I'm doing the watch along of Sheffield Wednesday versus Birmingham. Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to a really good game, right? And I'm looking forward to having a good game, talking with you guys. And I say good game in the sense of speaking to the audience, having a chat with you lot while the game's going on, because I like doing them. They are really good for interaction and stuff. So there will be one tomorrow. Unfortunately, time is money. Yep. He could do an odd job or two. And I think the biggest issue we've got right now is gold fingers. That instead of golden elephants. Gold elephants. God. Please someone sell them on eBay. But I think the thing you've got with us at the minute, it's the unknown. We're in admin. The one thing we know at the minute, we're in admin and we can only get a couple of players in. That's it. Right now, we've been told we don't have to sell players. They're only a fiberglass away. We don't have to sell players, but if a bid came in, they would look at it. They would speak to the admin would look at it, and then they would speak to the board and go from there. The main consortium going in and go from there. I think we, the fans, are a little bit like players and managers. We don't know what's going on. They'll know a bit more. But I think they need a little bit more communication that side. I don't know. I'm taking a random stab in the dark here by the way. It's just when you hear Pedersen talk, it sounds like he doesn't know what's going on. He's just got to concentrate on it. We'll never say never again. Yeah. I think for me, it's been the hardest, and I've said this before, but this has been definitely the hardest time to try and cover the club. I can't take Baz. I can't take the Baz want to move to playing Scotland seriously. Look at the players in front of him. A 36-year-old who hasn't played international football for years doesn't sound right to me. Yeah, I get it, but World Cup years do a lot of weird things to players, especially if they know they may not get another one. They will try and do something. That will have been on Baz's mind to try and get in that World Cup squad. The bad times won't last forever. Good times are coming back, I believe. Yeah, I think we have to believe in that. I think we have to have a little bit of belief when that happens. But until we have got the all clear that we're out of administration, and maybe we can start signing some players for next season, it's going to be really difficult. I believe under the right ownership models, this team can do well. Club called this team. Debatable. No offense to any of them if they're even watched it, but it's debatable. This club can do well. This club with the right partnership, the right people, putting the right sponsorships in, having the right plan, having a plan going forward, having people who are going to be able to implement that plan, having people who are a football point of view, who know football, helps. Hopefully some players in for the derby at least. Don't count your chickens on that one. We're always looking at low. I see Ranger becoming Wednesday second team. You can have a bow if you want. We reckon he'll do well in Scotland. 50 watching, 17 like combo. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciate that. How are you, by the way? Sabonla, I think that's like saying name. Bannon took a pay cut. Rich owners coming in. Agent tell media they're offering players to force new deals on better wages again. I don't know. I understand what you're saying, but I think you've also got to think of it from a bad point of view. It can't be fun. And it can't be fun for any of the players going into a game and trying to do all your best and losing each week. Got to be miserable. He said he hates losing. So being on this run, I cannot imagine what living with him's like at the minute for poor Chloe and the kids. But it won't let them see it. Leaf, we don't have an owner that will undervalue Charles. A team coming for him. DC will have done similar stupid price for Kasami if someone wanted to buy Charles. Oh yeah, 100%. He would undercut everything. We had it the other day that someone put on Twitter. It's a year since that famous Chancery fan forum where everything was going on, where everything was saying we found out that we were losing Shea Charles, and then we had to have him back of the reloan. We had all the stuff that was coming out about stuff. Danny got invited to be there but didn't go. But I understand that it wasn't about Danny at that point. It was about DC. The thing is, Danny knew at the end of the season in May that this is what was going to be happening. He saw the writing on the wall. If he wanted to go earlier than that, fine. That's fine. I can understand it. You can understand it if you saw that coming quickly. Henrik stepped up when he wasn't getting paid. The players stepped up when they weren't getting paid. They might not have done great, but they weren't getting paid. They still turned up. One of your favorite place, Sibon, by any chance, or was it Love Sibon? Danny knew what he would have wanted to deck DC as well as he'd gone that fan phone. True. You look at what Danny's doing up in Scotland. He's doing really well. And that hurt me as somebody who likes Celtic, but he's doing really well. They're backing him. They're giving him what he wants. Look at the German players they're linked with. Look at some of the German players they're getting in. People said, hey, why are we not getting German players in? They are now. Generally, they are now. But Danny would have fried under an older light board as well. Yeah, he probably would have done. He probably would have done really well under a board, kind of owner, data and all that lot. Kind of what he would have kind of come from a little bit from Bayern. I think we've got to stay the course of being patient. Stay the course of being patient and let's see what happens. Until they're there, standing on the pitch. We have no idea. Generally, we have no idea until they're standing on the pitch how far it is. And it's not even like it's humiliation at times. There are times where we've been massively in a game. And it's just the moment a team gets their tails up, we slightly crumble. Gassama doing really well. Gassama doing really well. They've causing a handful. He's doing really well. He's playing some good football. It's just he's in a very good team where he's not the standout like he was at Wednesday. But when he does do something good, it's good. Hey, I'm super pal. How are you? I'm not too bad. How are you, mate? I'm not too bad at all. We had a good one. For people who didn't come in late, we were speaking about AI earlier. And I will just say it again about AI because we had the conversation. So AI in football, this is what AI in football is. You can get that a read. We spoke about it because there were some people talking about AI in football. How in my comments on the last video saying it wasn't great, it's rubbish, blah, 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 blah. Here's the thing. AI in football works if it's together like that, where you have it that you work with a human element to it. So you can work with a human element. Brighton and Hove Albion are using AI tool to replace much of their senior scouting. Much of, but not all. Running simulation to predict player performance. Look at the players they've managed to get in. He's also done well at Hearts this season. Look where Hearts are in the table. Brentford pioneered the AI-driven recruitment, analysing data to identify undervalued players like Ollie Watkins and Sado Bremel. Arsenal worked well with player AI to generate striker shortlist based on performance, tactical fit, and standard statistic models. Man United are currently hiring data science, software engineers, and AI specific to monetize the recruitment. On Man United one, I wouldn't have it to reduce the reliance on traditional scouting. It got to go hand in hand. Scout, AI there, get the model, passes it to Scout. The Scout goes and watch him. They come back, they have a conflab, done. NFT part leverage software to analyze players, metrics, health data, and video to identify talent that it fits. So AI can work. AI can do really well when it does. Didn't Brentford and Burnley have AI yet? They did. Sunderland did as well to get players. Computer element, dear God, it needs to be a competent human. 3 point tomorrow. I can feel it in my waters, or it could just be an infection. I'll say, see the doctor. Yeah. Ian and Daniel, I am afraid, mate. I'm about to stop. But if you want to watch the replay, please do. It's been a good episode today. It's been a really good episode. Tomorrow night, we are doing a watch-along in Birmingham. I'm going to put myself through that again because why the hell not? Right, tomorrow, well, if anything breaks during the day, which knowing my luck, everything's going to break tomorrow. Always does when I'm not around here and can't get to a computer fast enough. All the videos will be done on my phone or my portable rig. And it will take me a little bit longer to get things up because I will be out and about doing bits and pieces. I've got a doctor's appointment at 9. I've got a dentist appointment about 1. I've got a period in between that and that where I've got time where I could go somewhere if I need to do a video and get it done. But at the same time, yeah, it's a bit patchy when I can get something. I am not too bad, mate. I've had a quite chill day. It's been quite good. I played a lot of Farm Sim on the PC. I'm just trying to get it so I can play it a little bit better on the PlayStation down there. Been a while since I played it on the thingy, actually, to be fair. If I were in the takeover, I would be secretly lining up all my signing for July the 1st, getting them done before people realise we're doing a big rebuild and had the cash. Could save loads and boom. Yeah, I agree. Ian and Jake and chat, hope you're well. I'm a 1 out of 10. I'm a 7 today. Nice. But yeah, that's where we're at. That is where we're at the minute. And I'll be brutally honest. It ain't fun watching games at the minute. I'll be brutally honest, it's hard because you can predict our games. At the minute, you can really predict our games. Get into the games. Do well. Don't capitalise on it. Start again. Let teams get into us around the 60th minute. Now, try and put my shoe back on. You try and get into the game. About 60th minute, we get tired legs. Once we get tired legs, they get at us. We do a lot of the running in the first half. We think we should have had something in the first half. Don't really take chances. Second half comes along. They make some changes. Boom. Game. That's how it's been. Tomorrow we are looking for our next win. Great one tonight. Well done. Thank you, mate. I much appreciate that, mate. I hope you're well, though, mate. It's been good chatting to you all. Whatever we can do, we can't say Stephen. We're playing for pride now. Tonight, right now, it's pride and pride only. You know something, Jake? Football is literally a casino with the gap between the Premier League and the 7-2 below is crazy, mate. Honestly, oh yeah, it is. And if you can stay there, it's been great. African Nation Cup final. Oh, that was fantastic, wasn't it? African Cup of Nations always brings up something that happened. Do you remember the year where the referee stopped the game at the 80th? And he said full time, good night, and enjoy the rest of your evening. You too, mate. Have a good one, mate. I hope you have a good one. But yeah, guys, I'm going to call it there because at the end of the day, we've done okay today. It's been a good one. Don't forget to join me for tomorrow. We will have the watch along. Join us. I think I'm starting about 7:15, 7:30. So join us for that. Let's have a good watch along and just try and chill and have a good one. But have a good one. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.